Finally, we bring everything together at the disease level, because this is where signals translate into real strategic focus and investment decisions. Here you'll see different workflows, depending on whether you're looking at late-stage or early-stage signals, novel biomarkers, or innovative trial design. Common question we get is, can you help us find early-stage assets that show promising signals? So to find early-stage assets, it comes down first with how can we break it down into a good query. Often it includes three parts: the disease and mechanistic terms, and more action and modality terms. So you can use LLMs to come up with a bunch of keywords. That's something we'll integrate in the platform too. So let's say we do the search and projects, and we filter down the projects by the ones that are starting 25, 26, and we ask the AI a question about these top 50 projects. So we ask anything about a set of 50. I select the first 50. I ask the question, what are the novel early drugs and treatments in discovery development for AD, and list them in a table with per column interesting criteria. So literally in a few clicks, I see different new approaches being developed. The mechanism that they discuss, the modality or technology, the lead organization, and the stage, there's always a link to the project. So I have in just a few clicks an idea what new innovations, new projects are starting in the past year to find novel AD drugs or treatment. Now, we could do exactly the same by going to ongoing research. So we use the AI and we ask the same question. So this is ongoing research. Basically, what research groups in academia communicate on their website that they're focused on. So again, in a few clicks, we see new approaches being developed. So all of that just takes a few clicks and you already have a pretty good understanding of what is being focused on. Now let's look into publications. We got 3,700 pretty relevant publications probably, but not all of them are relevant. So then we use the AI to scrutinize the data. So with AI, I can extract insights from all these individual publications. So I simply ask, I want to find very early asset opportunities for AD. And it now comes up with multiple questions. What's the novel therapeutic approach? What's the pathway? It can pick from options. Plus, if it's other, it needs to specify. What's the evidence? What's the modality? What is the disease? Biology, the organizations involved, and so on. So we have all these questions. I simply need to click show, preview, and then download, and I get the full data set. I've already done it before. So the questions we are asking is this about a drug in development? If yes, answer with the drug or asset name. Does it explicitly describe a pathway or target being impacted in the context of AD? So all of these we can now filter by. So I can see, is there a target or pathway intervention? In the context of AD, yes. And then I have 257, not 400. I can see here all the drugs that are being used or the assets. I can see also answers to any of the other ones. So I can see what's the role of the biological target and pathway focus. So I can say anything related to an ion channel. Now those are retained. So 13 of the 400, and you can see it's a central driver or contributing factor, which kind of cell types are being studied. It's small molecules, the highest experimental context. Is it in human, in vitro, human tissue, etc.? What kind of model, what kind of evidence is there? What kind of modality? What's the developmental maturity level? What's the efficacy results? We see what kind of organizations are involved, what kind of scope. Is it AD specific? So we could focus on those that are also broader, applicable, and we see clinical relevance as discussed, etc. So we go from 400 publications to 3 that might be very relevant. So in this way, you skim through all the research on a particular topic and filter down by the criteria of interests to find exactly the assets you might be most interested in. So another approach is by looking at research groups. So we could either look at research groups or any companies that have assets on this. Now in this example, I'll use research groups for early assets. So who are the groups who have a publication in 2025 on the same query? So with AI, I can evaluate all the groups, and I'm going to do it just for 25. And I can ask anything. I want to ask 22 questions I can simply add just because I want to extract a lot of insights on what this group is doing. So, is this group developing a new drug for AD? Answer yes, no, or unclear. If yes, specify the name of the drug. What's the target? What's the pathway? Is this a novel target or underexplored in atopic dermatitis? What's human relevance evidence is provided? So we have a lot of different questions we can ask here. If I hit evaluate now, these 25 groups will be analyzed, but as you know, you can analyze all 377 groups who have at least one publication on this topic. And once we do that, we get something like this. You have these research groups. Each row is one group, and for each research group, we have the answers to each of those questions. So this one answers yes, yes. This group is involved in this and this and that. We see a source for 2025. We see what's the target. It's an emerging target. It's on patient samples. It's disease modifying. Keratinocytes are being used. It's an antibody. It's in vitro, in vivo, and ex vivo human skin models, and so on. So you can see all this data, but just not having to search for it. Let the AI interrogate all the data we have about each research group to extract exactly what you seek. And this way you can go to the different groups. So that's already a very powerful way. Now, what you could also do, take it one step further. We have now the publications, we have these research groups. We could throw this ChatGPT to then ask questions about it. So that's what I did here. I uploaded both documents, both Excel sheets, and I said, I want to find the most promising early-stage drugs in development for AD with strong early validation. So it thought for 4 minutes, uses code to segment and interrogate the Excel sheets to come up with key early assets. It's always referring to the cell in the Excel files. So it comes up with these 10, an executive summary, some specific questions, which early-stage assets show the strongest early validation. And then it gives some specific context on each of those. What trends or patterns across those publication datasets, so we can see different patterns that it identifies. Which research groups look most promising amongst those 25? So in this case, I didn't upload all the 300 research groups, but you can see most partnerable, translationally oriented. So you can see different groups here with each. There's strong signals or position or the context that is relevant. So it also says here how you can work with those. Now then, it gives again some short list of opportunities, some recommendations. And then I asked produce a ranked table with top 15 assets and then execute the 3 steps that was here mentioned. So here's then an asset table with the asset name, the pathway modality, maturity, evidence, and so on. And then the audit trail you can use. It comes up with, for these different assets, some specific data points it extracted from all the data that could be relevant for us. Then, some questions to ask those parties when doing due diligence. So this is just an example of how you can use academic labs in many different ways. You could find early assets by looking at new projects, at ongoing research, publications, even patents, research groups. We could also assess preclinical startups or even pharma companies. What do they do or communicate in an early stage? So this kind of approach basically allows you to pinpoint or find the needles in the haystack in just a few clicks. We are building out a full pipeline intelligence solution that will also extract all these signals from all these data sources that we have, including from websites and these pipeline diagrams on the websites of biotech and pharma companies, so that we can provide a full one-click solution to find early assets where you can easily filter and segment and so on. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Try the platform yourself right now by going to our website.